Hi boys and girls, Mrs. Heredia here. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to draw Princess Leia. You're going to need a piece of paper, pencil, an eraser, and maybe a black marker for outlining. The first step of drawing Princess Leia is to draw her head. So we're going to draw at the top of our paper a big circle for her head. Now don't worry if your circle is not perfect, it's okay, we all make mistakes. You can go back and fix whatever little edge of the circle that you need to. But once again, don't stress if your circle is not perfect. Now we're going to be drawing Princess Leia's hair. So we're going to start near the top middle of our circle. And we're going to draw the hair that is going to be sweeping across her forehead and over her ears. So you're going to find the top middle of your circle and draw a line that's curving down and over to the right and down and over to the left, and then you can extend that middle area where you started up to show the part in her hair. Next we're going to be drawing the buns on both sides of her head. So you're going to first start on the right side and draw a big backwards letter C that connects to the side of her head, and then on the left side you're going to draw a regular letter C but nice and big to show the bun on the left side of her head. You can even add some more detail to show the inside of her bun by adding a smaller backwards letter C to the right and a smaller C to the left side to show that inner part of her bun. Now to show the actual hair wrapping around her bun, you can draw curved lines of the area for her hair. You could start by doing 3 curved lines like a sad face, and then flipping it to show the opposite direction, 3 curved lines like a happy face. And that's going to make her buns look more rounded. And then for the smaller area of her buns, you could just draw 3 or 2 kind of curving diagonal lines. Now you can even add some detail to the hair on top of her head. So you could follow the same line that you drew that is showing the hair coming across her forehead. You could follow that same curve on both sides, maybe drawing or adding 2 more lines to show the hair flowing down and over her ears. Next we're going to draw her eyes. So on the left and right side of her head, you want to draw a medium-sized circle. Maybe add 2 curved lines on both eyes to show her eyelashes. To draw the inside of her eye, you can add a oval that touches the top and bottom of both circles. And then you want to draw a large circle on the top left and a small circle on the bottom right of both of those ovals to show that her eyes are glistening. You can add a curved, maybe rainbow line for her nose, and then a curving diagonal line up, and then a small U-shaped line for the top of her smile. Next we're going to draw Princess Leia's dress. So we're going to draw 2 lines coming down from her head, slightly diagonal lines curving out towards the sides of the bottom of your paper, and then connecting those lines with a slightly waved line to show that her dress is flowing on the bottom. You can also draw 2 half ovals at the bottom of her dress to show her feet. Next we're going to be drawing her arms. Drawing a line that is slightly diagonal down from what would be her shoulder towards about the middle of her dress. Then you can connect that line to her dress with a circle to show the inside of her sleeve, and then add a curved or half oval line to show her hand sticking out of the sleeve. On the other side, you can draw an arm that is bent by using a line like the letter L, connecting to what would be her shoulder, and then flaring out at the bottom to show the flare or the long, big waving sleeves. And then draw the inside of her arm with a smaller L. To draw her hand on her hip, you want to draw a curved line like a sad face coming from that smaller L, and then curving back in to show the fingers and the palm. Then to draw the bottom of her sleeve, you can just connect the hand to the large L and then loop around and back up to the hand to show the inside of her sleeve. Next, we're going to draw Princess Leia's belt. So right above the hand you just drew, you are going to draw the top of her belt going across her body using a horizontal line. And then the bottom of her belt is going to come to a point in the middle. So a curving diagonal line down to the middle, and then a curving diagonal line back up to the other side. You can even add some sections inside of her belt and maybe add some ovals or circles to show some gems or some stones inside of the belt as detail. You can add some folds in her dress to show that her dress is flowy, maybe underneath the belt or even at the bottom of the dress coming up towards the belt a little bit longer to show the flowiness of her dress. One last thing that you don't want to forget, which I almost did, are her eyebrows. So you want to draw a curving line like a sad face above each eye to show her eyebrows. Now, before you even color, you want to think about tracing your drawing with black marker. Doesn't have to be a Sharpie, and then erasing any pencil marks that you might not have traced to make your drawing look nice and clean and crisp before you add color to it. You always want to trace with black marker because it really makes your drawing stand out once you add color. Now, you don't have to color the way I am, but what I am doing is I'm taking a marker of the same color I'm going to be using to color my sections of her hair, her dress, her skin, and I'm going to outline those sections with my marker first, and then I'm going to use crayon to go back and color inside those sections. This just helps each of my sections stand out a little bit more by adding some darker color towards the edges of my sections. And then I add lighter color with crayon inside of the sections of her dress and her hair and her skin. Always remember to have fun, be creative, and don't worry about making mistakes.